This is a presentation of the Moldy Cheese family of networks.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry I've been out of town for about 5 or 6 days. Back to the old grind though. It's Minnesota Twins franchise episode number 192. We are on the road to take on the Kansas City Royals. A 3-game series towards the end of the month of June. We have 3 games here against the Royals, 4 against the Rangers, 4 against the Red Sox. And then a series against Milwaukee will close it out. Let's look at the All-Star voting first. These would be your starters if it started today. Brantley, Pollock, Betts, Frazier, Bogarts, Altuve, Hosmer. Danny Salazar would be the starting pitcher. Salvador Perez would be the starter behind home plate. Left field, Eddie Rosario is down in, 8th place in the voting. 252,000 votes. Michael Brantley is your leader. At third base, Todd Frazier is the leader. Miguel Sano is 5th with 360,000 votes. Frazier, 584,000 votes so far. Second base, Jose Altuve leading from the Los Angeles Angels. Jace Peterson is down in 6th place. Francisco Cervelli is in 6th place as well, behind the plate. 161,000 votes. So far we don't have anybody really high in the voting. Kevin Segrist is 5th. Craig Kimbrell leads. Actually, looks like he is pretty well tied with Jake McGee. So that is where the voting stands here towards the end of the month of June. And who do you guys think will be our lone all-star representative from our team? Who deserves it? In your opinion, from watching these games, who stands out to you? We play the Kansas City Royals now. They are first in Major League Baseball in batting average. Always kind of a pain in the butt to play this team because they just scrape out so many hits. But we will give it a go here. A 3-game series against the Royals. Last time we played them, they were on an 8-game winning streak. Now they have been mired in a little bit of a losing stretch where they've just won 3 out of their last 7 games. And today's matchup will be Ian Kennedy and I think it was Kyle Gibson, if I remember right. So Miguel Sano will lead off the highlights here for the Twins. Top of the first inning. Runner on first, and Miguel Sano will crush it to the left center field gap. And that one will get over the head of the left fielder, Alex Gordon. And a run will come in to score. And the Twins jump out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning off the bat of Miguel Sano. That's his 17th double of the season. And we go to the bottom of the first. Salvador Perez. Look at that stretch. 10 of 19 in the last 5 games for Big Salvi. And he delivers a base hit into right field in front of Will Myers. And the Royals tie it up at the end of the first. Let's skip ahead to inning number 4. Jed Jerko, 218 hitter with 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, second baseman for the Royals. Runner on third, and he's going to deliver a base hit into left field on the ground. Gets through the hole, run comes in to score. Royals take the lead. End of the 4th. We go to the next inning. This is Nicholas Castellanos came over from the Detroit Tigers along with Charlie Christian in a trade that sent Lorenzo Cain to Detroit, and he grounds into a 5-4-3 double play, a big turn, keeps the run off the board as there was runners on the corners there, and gets the Twins out of the inning. Eddie Rosario now, 265 average with 6 home runs, 26 driven in. Top of the 6th inning, nobody on, no outs, 1-2 count. Here's the drive to right field. That one is headed back towards the wall, and it has got the distance and the height, and it is into the bullpen. Eddie Rosario. Home run number 7 on the season. Not hitting for the same power that he did last season. And hopefully that just means he'll have a big second half of the year. 8th inning, we hand the ball to Jimmy Dyer. 29th appearance this season. He's got a 1.59 ERA. Very good ERA for Jimmy Dyer. He'll face Alex Gordon, who's a 253 hitter with just 2 home runs, kind of having a down year here for the Royals. And this is going to be home run number 3. A deep drive to the right center field gap and nearly into the fountains. And that breaks the 2-2 tie. Alex Gordon's going to take a slow jog around the bases. And the Royals take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. And that 3-2 lead would hold up for Kansas City. They win at 3-2. They lead the season series 7-4. And they are right now in 3rd place in the American League Central, tied with the Chicago White Sox. And just a game ahead of the Indians in that position. Miguel Sano was 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI for us. Eddie Rosario with that home run. Justin Bour went 2 for 4. Finally get some hits for Justin Bour for us. And Salvador Perez, Charlie Christian, all 2 for 4 for the Royals. Alex Gordon with that game-winning home run. Second game of the series, Brent Honeywell facing Chad Bettis. Bettis is the opener in this game. Alex Meyer would be set to take the start here. But we're going to go with Chad Bettis, give him another opportunity to open. It hasn't been overly successful so far this season. But we're going to give this another go because just starting Alex Meyer hasn't been all that successful either. Alex Meyer's 2-10 on the year. Eric Hosmer facing Chad Bettis here with a runner on third and 1 out in the bottom of the 1st inning. And Jace Peterson bobbles the play and then throws it away. And the E4 results in a Kansas City unearned run. At the end of the 1st inning on the error, the Royals lead 1-0. We go to the 3rd inning. This is Justin Bour. Couple of hits in that last game. He's batting .214 with a home run and 11 RBIs. That damage all done very early in the season. And this time he is going to screen this one out to the right field bleachers. That one was a laser. And it's the 2nd home run for Justin Bour. That's why we brought him back up from AAA. Try to get a little more pop in our lineup that is very much lacking power. Then he comes through there with a home run to tie up the score in the middle of the 3rd inning at 1 apiece. We move ahead to the 4th. Alex Wood coming in. He's 2-10, 5.38 ERA. And he's going to face Brandon Drury. .290 hitter with 9 home runs. He's got runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out. And hits one through the hole on the right side. Runner heading to the plate. Will score. It's 2-1 Kansas City. Brandon Drury drives in the go-ahead run. And we had Alex Wood on a pretty short leash as we go ahead and bring in Trevor May. Trevor May facing Greg Doyle here. And Greg Doyle ground ball to the right side. And that will end the inning. At the end of the 4th, the Royals lead it 2-1 over the Twins. We go to the 5th. Game number 2 of this 3-game series. The Royals took the first one 3-2. Brandon Drury at the plate now in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and the bases loaded. He's going to deliver down the right field line. It rolls around the wall in the corner, picked up by Will Myers. And by the time he picks it up, the bases have been cleared. It is a 3-run double for Brandon Drury, and the Royals parlay that into a victory, their 2nd in a row in this series, their 8th over the Twins this season. They lead the season series 8-4. Brent Honeywell goes all 9 innings, gives up just 6 hits, has 9 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 earned run for a very good start for Brent Honeywell. Very bad offensive outing for the Minnesota Twins. Drury went 2 for 3 for the Royals. Nicholas Castellanos 3 for 4 with a triple. Alex Gordon 2 for 4 with a double. Charlie Christian 2 for 4 with a double as well. All right, 3rd and final game. We're trying to avoid being swept. Jose Barrios will be on the hill again, performing the role of a stopper. Try to stop this little short losing streak we're on. I think it's up to 3 games now with the final game of that Pirates series. And then the first 2 of this one, Andrew Haney will face him. Haney a 4.61 ERA, 84 innings pitched, 80 hits, 1.20 whip. And we start this one off in the 3rd inning. This is Jed Jerko, 229, 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. And Jose Barrios is starting to pitch really well for us. Maybe starting to achieve some of that potential that he has. And he starts off here the 3rd inning. Jed Jerko strikes out. for the first out of the third inning. Still no score on the scoreboard between these two teams. Charlie Christian steps into the batter's box, center fielder that they picked up from the Tigers. He's putting up really good numbers for the Royals this year, and he swings and misses at the changeup, 85 miles an hour. And that will end the third inning. Jose Barrios has given up only one hit, a couple of strikeouts in that inning. Here's Eddie Rosario now in, I believe it's the fourth. Top of the fourth inning, runners on second and third with one out. This one's sent to deep left field. That one's going to be caught by Alex Gordon. Runner will tag from third, head to the plate, and the Twins will take the lead. On the board first here to start the game, Herbert De La Rosa hasn't had a lot of playing time here lately, but we get him into the game here. A 3-1 count. He drives it deep to left field. That one's going to get over the head of Alex Gordon. One hop the wall. One run comes in to score. It's 2-0 Twins. And Herbert De La Rosa is on second with a RBI double. And that will draw the Kansas City Royals pitching coach out of the bullpen to have a talk with Andrew Haney. Here is John Ryan Murphy now, light hitting catcher, backup catcher. He splits the gap. That one hops the wall as well. And Herbert De La Rosa will come in to score. It's 3-0 Twins with back-to-back RBI doubles for Minnesota. Middle of the fourth, Twins 3 runs on 4 hits. Kansas City no runs on 1 hit. We go to the fifth. Greg Doyle, shutdown inning opportunity here for Jose Barrios with 2 outs, a 1-2 count. Greg Doyle swings and misses, another K for Jose Barrios. And he's having himself a very good outing here in Kansas City. It's 3-0 Minnesota trying to avoid the sweep here on getaway day. Next up, we're back home against the Texas Rangers. JT Chargois coming in now to pick up for Jose Barrios. See if he can pick up where Barrios left off. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. No score, runner on first with 1 out. Ground ball to the left side. Sano on to second, on to first, and the Twins turn the double play. Beautiful turn by Miguel Sano and the second baseman, Herbert De La Rosa. We moved to the 9th inning. Kevin Seagerstone looking for save number 21 on the season. He's got a 2.76 ERA. Nicholas Castellanos will lead off the inning. 1-1 delivery to Castellanos. And he induces a ground ball up the middle, played by Nunez. Tough throw across his body, makes the play for the first out of the inning. Next up, we have Salvador Perez. Royals needing 3 runs. They need some base runners here. Chopper to the left side. Miguel Sano cuts it off. And the throw to first, and plenty of time for out number 2. And the third batter of the inning trying to keep the game alive is Brandon Drury, 291 hitter with 9 home runs. Had himself a very good series here against the Twins. But with on 2-2 count, he's going to ground it to Herbert De La Rosa at second, on to first. And the Twins avoid a sweep in this series. They do lose the series 2-1. And they leave here trailing the season series 8-5. That means we have, 6 more games on the season against the Kansas City Royals. So still a chance to win the season series with the Royals if we show out, maybe win, 5 out of the 6 is what we would need to win the season series. Jose Barrios goes 6 1/3, gives up 5 hits, 8 strikeouts on the day with just 1 walk and no earned runs. Very good start for Jose Barrios. Maybe Barrios will be our all-star representative. Who knows? I bet we only get 1, though. Let's take a look at the standings. In the East, the Red Sox 8 games over the Jays, 12 over the Yankees, 17 over the Rays, 19 over the Orioles. In the Central, the Tigers lead the White Sox and the Royals by 4.5. Those two teams hold down the wild card spots. Once again, they're both tied. The Indians are 5.5 back. The Twins 16.5 back. Out in the West, the Angels 3.5 over the Rangers. Our next opponent 8.5 over the Astros, 11 over the Mariners, and 16 over the A's. On to the National League, the Nats 4.5 game lead over the Mets. The Mets would be wild card team number 2. Marlins have jumped the Phillies. They are now in 3rd place, 7.5 games behind the Nationals. Phillies 8.5 back. Braves sitting at 17 back. The Central, the Cubs 6 over the Cards, 8.5 over the Pirates, 16.5 over the Reds, 17.5 over the Brewers. Out West, the Dodgers still fending off the charging Giants, 1.5 games ahead of them. The D-backs are 8.5 back. The Rockies 14 back, and the Padres 16.5 back. So next up we have the Texas Rangers in a 4-game series from Target Field in episode 193 here on the Moldy Cheese Baseball Network.